All the members of the Astral Sea Division obeyed the order, and the— Who is this standing before me? Aren't you— You must be the highly promising up-and-coming talent that Haotsang mentioned. If these weren't exceptional circumstances, I'd love to talk to you at greater length. Well— These soul stones, plus the 2 Shangfei Yu just sent. Now all that's missing is the Orchid Soul Stone that I'm responsible for. The fact that it's— I have to stop those devastators trying to storm the Valley of 100 Grasses. Would you go to the North River for me and look for the missing soldiers? Haotsang just said that if the blasting automaton doesn't work, Lieutenant Yu can interpret the soul force of the magical formations directly with his family's unnamed sword. That sounds like a way out.
The Orchard Brook Soulstone.
Damn. Quick! That's the Orchid Brook Soulstone mentioned in Lieutenant Mo's orders. Even if it's just a
Understood. Lieutenant Yu is with Bai Xin. The Huaishuang Haotsang is currently—
This is a healing potion that can relieve pain and stop bleeding. And this is Huayu powder for treating external injuries. I also sewed together an herbal scent pouch for you. It's a talisman that keeps—
I'm just going to help you, Qing. And you almost cleaned out Elder Shao's entire apothecary. But that scent pouch— it smells just like the sleeves of your clothes. I will always carry it with me.
Good. That eases my mind a little.
Oh yes, Qing'er. There's something else that I wanted you— No, it's not important now. Let's talk about it when I'm back. And you'll take care of—
There's no need to worry. I'm a healer after all.
That's true.
Good. Please come back soon. I'll be—
It's you. Very well done. Now we have everything together. Follow me. fine.
Your face is like thunder. I can see you're not fine. You're not going anywhere like that.
If I told you to go home now and get some rest instead of tending to the poisoning victims from the village, would you listen to me?
Me?
Fine, Chingar. Don't worry. I'll be back. It's urgent. I have to go now.
Well-Tsang, I think something's wrong with him. I need to ask you something. Please follow Hatsang and see how he's doing. I've been learning the medicinal arts of the Moists ever since I was a child, and I can see that this is no ordinary wound. I am his wife. What if... I climb the southern mountain and pick fresh Osmunda shoots there. I'm so sad. I can't see my beloved.
Hey, it's dangerous here. What are you here? And now you're worried about Haotsang. Look, these are the remains of one of the magical formations. They're already on their way to the next formation. You don't need to be afraid. Not so fast. Now that you're here, you can help me eliminate the... Look at me. I am a doe spirit in the form of a human master, and I still can't fight well. But I can teach you a spell.
Haotsang is still highly skilled. He blew up the formation faster than I could blink.
My little friend, you learn fast and are very skilled. There's just one more thing. I have been suppressing it for a long time using Shenong's secret magic. Haotsang says the Nine Dragon Formation was created using dark arts from the Southern Realms. He's still so young, and has already been through such a lot. Well done. Also, do I sense sword mana in your presence? Oh. How quickly time flies. A moment passes by and already the second battle in the Qin Mausoleum is 30 years in the past. With a young, up-and-coming talent such as you, perhaps the hope of the three sword masters and the immortal Lan Yao Qi will be fulfilled. I will pray that you... Well, since you are protected by a famous sword, you'd better be on your way to the... Status? If my master were still alive, then these beasts would have been beaten long ago already.
That's a blight beast! That's a blight beast! Careful! It's... Agreed. We'll hold down the beasts while you quickly insert the core module in Chen Xing's automaton and... No matter, Chen Xing. Lieutenant...
Oh, aren't you the new hope of the Chin League? You're
Now is not the time for praises. Instead, think about the unnamed sword that Master Yu bequeathed to you. If only you'd inherited his love of swordsmanship, then our
Hao Tsang, we should concentrate on what's most important right now.
Enough talking. We need to hurry. Not even all our forces combined can stop that beast.
You're right, Wei Wei. I've already calibrated the mechanical warrior and set the firing angle. Now we just have to ignite the soul fire. The sword is full of negative chi, and will affect people's consciousnesses. Be careful.
No. 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 I'm a Moist. Please, the sword. I can't. Wait. Just give me more time. More... Teacher. Xingar. Teacher. Tell your father that the things he wants will come a little later.
Tsang? Where are you going?
Hao Tsang, come back now. We can't control that guy anymore.
You took the Qinchi seal, which is the key for the automaton lock. Hao Tsang, stop!
Anyone who comes close will be killed.
Be careful! It's Mei Jia. I saw her on Taihua Mountain. She's very powerful.
You do know something.
Damn it.
Jianqing, control yourself.
Finally, you're awake. Hao Tsang, that bastard. What the hell has gotten into him? I'll go and find him now and ask him. Wait. That blight beast didn't injure you, did it?
I'm fine.
Good. The third formation may have disappeared along with Mei Jia, but there are still some devastators and negative.
Don't worry.
That's how I know my Wei. Then I'll go look for Hao Tsang now. Quickly, ride the mechanic.
Mei Jia has appeared and Hao Tsang has vanished at the same time. That the Grand Master has just received a message. Someone has entered the Temple of Wisdom. If you consider that the disaster... Yes. I fear there is connection between these two events.
The one fighting with the Grandmaster is Major?
Stay calm. Protecting the Hall of Wisdom first is more important.
Yes!
Aha. Then it all makes sense. The attack on Chuchensa village and the breaking into the Temple of Wisdom here are just a diversion. You still don't get it? The enemy's true objective is the unnamed sword from Yue Palace. If he really is involved, then the more... Junxiang Mu reacted much the same. Whether he is our friend or foe doesn't change the fact that Hao Tsang is at Yue Palace right now. Yes, if you could help us to put out this big fire while you're heading over there, we would be very grateful. Use this rain rune to do so. So... Don't go inside. Lieutenant Yue said that he wanted to clear up this matter. Oh no, maybe Qian... Okay, go and help Qian Xing. But getting inside the palace isn't going to be easy. Perhaps you'll have to fight your way through demons blocking your way. Good luck!
Lieutenant Yue and the Huaishuang sword are hiding. When we saw Hao Chang's strange look, we wanted to...
Tianqing, you alright?
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
我家的无名之剑，你别碰它。
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck. No, I'll have to fetch Hao Tsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining devastators in the temple to you.
Hao Chang, why did you come here? Where is Tianqing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Shi?
Duck, quick! Ah! Daddy! Brother Hatsung! You!
I've severely damaged the lunar crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the lunar crown tree together.
Now entering vehicle mode. You have acquired special vehicle skills. Drag the mouse to adjust the camera.
Cannot be cast.
The lunar crown tree has been damaged. The Valley of 100 Grasses is facing the Then it means the end. Hey, inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue and place these automata in the lunar crown. The Yue Palace was so heavily damaged that Qian Xing and the others would be shocked.
Mohist, Grandmaster. What have I, Ying Mo Feng, done to deserve that title?
Buds bloom and then wither away. Every spring is inevitably followed by a winter. Even a clever girl like Qing'er can't escape destiny. She got infected by the Blight Beast poison while she was healing the wounded, and is now fighting for her life. Back when Qing'er and Haotsang had their wedding, the flowers were blooming and thriving so magnificently in the Valley of 100 Grasses.
Father. Master. Haotsang. Has he still not returned? Please, go to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect an old recipe for a strong medicine. I've never actually tried. The medicine is my last chance.
Grandmaster, the Blight Beast's poison is too potent. The lunar...
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this.
She's already on the way to Cloud Rise to put...
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to... Elder Chao, you just said that Qing'er...
This lunar crown tree business is serious. First, go to Cloud Rise. Leave everything else to me. I'll do whatever is within my power.
I'll do my best and obey destiny.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, well... Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of Goddess Lanyauchi, 900 years ago, we did much to improve Cloudrise. And that's why we have such elegant houses and beautiful scenery today. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. The gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but Venerable Lanyauchi has cast a special enchantment on it. No one with... After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace. There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming. On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the Yaotian Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss... You guessed correctly.
Here. I appear to have been here before. Originally, it was...
What?
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. Sorry.
Kind of you, Shenren. The Taiwa instance is very important. Of course, you pay great attention to it.
Indeed. The Lunar Crown Tree may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin-Su village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Blight Beast is so poisonous that even the Divine Tree of Shenong would not be able to resist.
Valley Master, how is the Lunar Crown Tree?
Although many protectors are working together, the Lunar Crown Tree has temporarily lost its soul consciousness. I'll discuss Taiwa Mountain and the Valley of 100 Grasses are thousands of leagues apart, yet they were attacked one after the other by the Devastators under the leadership
how is the
of Major.
Taiwa instance?
That can't be a
There are no
coincidence.
problems at the moment. But the 10-year reinforcement deadline is approaching, and no one knows. Everything is complicated today. Not just Major, but the Devastators, full of negative chi, also really surprised me.
Yes, Shenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these Devastators come from. Lieutenant Yue, what is
I
wrong
heard that
with
you
you?
ordered the Moist to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
I can clearly distinguish between the righteousness and the small affection. Besides, what he took away was the nameless sword of my family. Don't worry, I'll bring back Hao Tsang. It's all solely because of him that my Chinger is always so worried about him. The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down through our family for generations. It was forged by combining the divine sword Morning Glory and the ancient sword Shadowban, and can break through. Indeed.
When the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. It's not easy finding records of the Devastators and negative chi in such a short time. Go to the
Devastators. Negative chi. Second shelf on the left, third compartment.
Isn't that I'm Lil Plague Goddess? And the Blight Beast on top of that? Is the global conflagration of 70 years... The Grand Master and the Grand Summoner have already set off into the underworld themselves to find a cure for the Lunar Crown Tree. And... That doesn't sound good. The Blade Heart has been damaged for years, and we're right in the middle of a major war. Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise. That shouldn't be too difficult. This panda next to me, excuse me, I mean Master Konvuzi, he's a master swordsmith and knows the three swords very well. He must...
The blade heart fragment has been weakened for many years, and it still hasn't been able to bind itself to your spirit completely. Its soul force is almost exhausted. Just a little thing, as long as Genren Jishar agrees.
But Genren Jishar comes and goes like the wind and hasn't been seen for days.
Oh, all right.
Have you forgotten that he has been traveling for a long time and hasn't been heard from for a while now?
Oh, you two. Well, if that's the case... All right. Meditate for a while first. Moji, Suji, and I will help you stabilize the blade hearts so that... How are you? You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of 100 Grasses. You should count yourself
Of course the Master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of the negative chi...
Wait. Di Wang's sacrifice formation is very complex and requires special materials. 1 red flamestone, 5 pieces of Phoenix Breath Jade. Once you have gathered all the ingredients, come and find me on the Terrace of the Hanging Sword.
Our Cloud Rise has existed for over 900 years already. You will never find rarities more easily than here. You're asking for 3 things at once. All right. I'll write him a letter and explain everything in detail. Take...
Cannot be cast.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. He knows that I hold them in great esteem. If the Sword Blade Heart is in trouble, how could I stand by and do nothing? But these 3 things you're asking for are no ordinary thing. Ah, to hell with it. Who else would use them anyway? But I'm only loaning them to you. I'll remind you of that if necessary. Okay, start by taking the red flamestone. You can get the Phoenix...
You need the Phoenix Breath Jade? I'm afraid I...
It's all their fault. The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hand. That's even better then. Take this Jade Shard. You should be able to use it to lure out those I've made countless weapons before, but I don't know how to use them against crystal tigers. I should... Here you go. 2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours. Oh.
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
Well then, let's cast a spell to gather the negative chi in the depth. You are in your own soul world. Free your spirit from negative chi.
It almost collapsed and is too weak now.
But don't worry, there's another way. You return to your school and go to the place of designation. There you can borrow the relics of the previous sword.
The sacred valley where Cloudrise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloudrise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
a question. You're stuttering and not being sincere. So you'd better go home now. That's... Master Zhen Yang once spoke of the talented sword fighters all over. After 30 years, the Master finally got to see Yi Yang in the... Master Kun Wuzi is already here.
When you're holding it in your hand, it's also time to surrender your...
Of course it sounds familiar. Before her enlightenment, the goddess Yaoqi took this artifact with her...
There's only one lunar mirror of distant dreams in the whole world.
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. What you're holding in your hand right now is just...
A poor imitation?
Yes. Yeah.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the lunar mirror of distant dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. I'll cast the spell for you this time.
Despair. The brother learned the art from Master Changyang, and these masters here are no match for him, let alone you.
Yes, you're right, but you need to look on the bright side. Back then, the master saw that you were talented and took you on as a student. But nobody could have guessed you'd spend all the time being so insolent. You never study or practice diligently.
Yeah, I know. You're too grouchy. It'll give you wrinkles.
The PvP duel takes place in a month. If you get cold feet before then, the master will have a suitable punishment.
Why have you come?
Hey? My big brother let me come here. At the end of the duel, you landed a powerful blow on my Tai Bai and Shenmai acupuncture points. Was it not your intention that I come to the peak of Tai Bai at the appointed time?
Sword techniques are easy to learn, but beautiful jade is seldom seen. These are my 100 notes. Study them carefully.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Major disaster is coming. Spellsword students, I beg you to take greater care of them.
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work. When the three swords were sleeping in the Jiandun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the Blade Heart to set up a dream world called Intoxicating Dreams. Only those chosen by the Blade Hearts of the three swords can use the soul force of the fragment to sense the Blade Hearts and connect with them. This way, their spiritual consciousness can even enter intoxicating dreams. It is
the main section of the lunar mirror of distant dreams.
Had you not demonstrated bravery and self-sacrifice during the demon's attack, I would have sent you to the Elder of the Order to be punished. Without a sufficient amount of practice, none of the soul sword. Now, that's the spirit of a spell sword. Relax. She told me a few things after the demon. When the time has come, the three spell swords, Jing Shao, Jing Hong, You've only been here for a short while and don't know. By the way, Sister Qing Shao is in poor health and should not exert herself too much.
This jade mine has been flooded for years. It must be drained using a great fire before anyone can utilize it again. Is that you? My brother Cheng Yu never praised anyone, but in the last few days he made frequent mention. They say that you decapitated. Yuan, come.
The monster had injured me that day, and I was unconscious. I was only a few meters away from the Devastator.
No need to be so modest. I would like to return the favor for what you did for me. Unfortunately, this hidden tassel might look plain and simple, but the materials... You started your training quite late, so you won't know about this. 30 years ago, the spells... Yang was both the Master Brother's first student and the most important descendant of Shenren Chongyang. Unfortunately, he was killed in the battle. Just a shame that Yi Yang would never use these swords. To commemorate Yi Yang, the Shenren crafted his last ever scabbard and named it Fuguang Chongdao. It was placed Don't mention it. You've earned this. After all, how can your sword moves be bad if the swords you have are good? These are all moves you...
不必心急，待你准备完毕，再来寻我便是。
I learned the art of swordsmanship using the 9 secrets of the spell swords. Whenever you use these techniques, sword mana apparently it's possible to control the sword mana even when it is 1,000 miles away.
The smell of medicine. Is Master Xingzhao nearby? Your name seems so familiar. Oh, I remember. After just a few years, we've already highly promising new blood such as you. When I praise you, you don't need to be so humble. If you reject my praise so quickly, since Grandmaster Zheng Yang left, all the Although it is a tradition for us in Taihua not to torture caged monsters, we are by no means foolish. I was watching you from afar. The grace in your moves is similar to that of Master Xingzhao. She might not have drawn her sword in a very long time, but she My elder brother Jingyu often said that I don't fully focus when
The Spellsword has nine secret tricks for revealing everything.
Bladestorm works best in melee combat. Sword mana. When practicing the 9 secrets of the Spellswords, it is important not just to learn from one another, but also to practice the core skills. It is absolutely essential to practice meditation, breathing, and focus every day. Wow, that was fast. I haven't seen the younger the one who was imprisoned inside the Taihua instance. Taihua was founded because talk about that later. The world is large and broad, which is why I won't be able to teach at just any time. One is called Yinan. He's my highest ranking student. He's been with me since his childhood. The other is called Yi Bei. Since he sought quick success back then, he had problems with his cultivation at first. Although he was able to change his attitude.
Now let's learn about basic actions. Chi is restored automatically over time. It is restored instantly when performing level 3 of Mysterious Swords. Consume sword mana to use the core ability Concussion Sword. can charge Cloud Dragon Strike by holding down the button. Cloud Dragon Strike will consume sword intent when charging. The more sword intent consumed, the higher the damage. So try to cast this skill when you have 5 sword intent.
In combat.
Don't forget to use these skills in everyday combat. You can also learn new things by repeating old things.
Cannot be cast.
Oh, it's you. But why at this time? Why so shy all of a sudden? Jingyun's skills with the sword might not be great, but her
Genren, the sword formation has been established, but Sister Jingsha, who's guarding Jun's position...
The Jinye Palace students are currently following the Jinren, who is in charge. Judging from your sword manner, you were taught... I hope they instructed you well. Now, first, stand over there in the sword ground. I was just watching you very closely. When you're controlling the sword formation, don't think about winning or losing. Instead, concentrate on the entire situation and then make the... Although we haven't met yet, we can join our hearts, thou...
The 3 spell swords might all be of a different temperament. Now that you've met... When you climbed the mountain, the older students told you that founder Zhenren Taihua weathered a countless number of storms over the past. We had no choice, but that's a mystery which needs to be solved. Although everyone in Taihua knows that Hershua did not get on well, but I've been at the school for many years. I know he's a genuine person. He would never do such a thing. You have great ambitions, but I hope you will always... The Genren died. The murderer has not yet been found. On top of all that, if the Taihua instance falls, the world will be in grave danger. The word is that the 3 grand bards sent someone to contact the I hope...
You've been away for so long. I've been waiting for you for a while. Don't get your hopes up. This method can only heal the symptoms. If you wish to find a remedy for the cause, you will need to go to the Heavenly Ridge yourself and ask for Diwang's sacrifice formation to be performed. Well, this formation is driven by the power of yin and yang.
It is said that a single yin is not born and a single yang does not grow.
Take the chi in order to retain the yin and yang, and I will be with you quickly.
Oh, they don't understand what you're saying. Don't waste your breath. I have everything you need. The remaining Crimson Cloudstones used for soul control are a speciality of Wusai Village on the Heavenly Ridge.
By the way, it is said a number of Wuchao nocturnal spirits
young summoner. She's currently chatting to some nocturnal spirit messenger.
No, you definitely won't be disturbing them. But don't be scared if you see... Oh, yes, they look a little...
I'm from Heavenly Ridge. I've heard the whole story of Wu Zhao's downfall and the destruction of the land. But I never would have thought that war was able to put your whole nation in such
胜负
a
都算寻
condition.
常事，若是堂堂正正战败，哪怕身死当场，我等也不会有半句怨言。但合
You
照
mean
人
that they're using the demon sword? Just look at how we look. I shouldn't have to point that out again. The dark and negative qi has penetrated. You have suffered so much. That's why we're asking the Heavenly Ridge to grant us access to the Yinhua source, to help us come back to our senses and alleviate the pain. I feel sorry for you, but the Yinhua source is a holy place for the Heavenly Ridge. Not even my master can make that decision alone. He has to consult the Patriarch Jing Xuangyi in Spiritopolis. Yilang. Spiritopolis will make a fair decision. I'll take my leave. I don't know what the Mentor and the Grand Warlock spoke about. I found it almost unbelievable when I first heard about it. But what? Do you somehow... Don't be so nervous. Diligence is also a good thing. I knew about House. If you're really curious, there are lots...
A wound caused by a demon sword is very difficult to treat, and it's also possible that the person who's been injured will fall victim. As far as I know, only medicinal herbs containing a lot of malignant qi are of any help. They
They say that Goddess Niwa crafted 5 colored stones to restore...
Us Wu Zhao and the He Zhao used to be closely allied clans,
but we became enemies after a row between the clan. The balance of power between the two clans is very one-sided. For many years, the Wu Jiao had been winning for the most part, which is why no one, from the king down to the regular, the commander was the only one who thought that to underestimate, but nobody listened to him. The He Jiao tore through our resistance like bamboo in a raging storm. And suddenly, there they were, standing outside the royal palace. And it was at that moment that people were haunted by the commander's warning. Long before the invasion of the He Jiao, the general often said that the king's chosen successor was incompetent. He even said that the great god of death once confided in a dream that he could take the successor's place. If you look at it that way, the general really is rebelling. There's no point. My life is worse than death would be. All who were struck by it are dead.
Is this demon sword the reason why?
Even if it's just a splinter, the negative chi that lies within it is not to be underestimated. You'll need to be... When they broke, the resulting explosion caused the yin spring to shoot up out of the ground.
The people from He Jiao are attacking the southern regions and killing everyone there.
Is this demon sword the reason why you transformed?
Not the only one. When the people of He Jiao invaded the royal court, their
Master,
demon swords were already very brittle and on the verge of cracking.
Very similar to those of
When they broke,
sword in
the
the Valley of
resulting
100
explosion
Grasses.
caused the yin spring to
smell
shoot up out of the ground.
nocturnal spirits
The
is
Yulan Pen
reminiscent of
Festival
him
was being
too,
held that
at
very
least
same
before
time.
Hao Tan lost the plot.
How do you feel? My master and I weren't. This crimson cloud stone that venerable. Yes, look, the chain on my arm is made from it. That's what everybody says. There are some outside Vusai village. Stones have no wisdom. Can you help me stabilize the blade heart? Of course you. My master and the Grand Warlock will be in the Hall of Silence at the moment. Using the power of the Dark Source, they will create a Dihuang sacrifice formation which will help you to stabilize the blade heart.
I heard that the Great Summoner ascended during the ghost summoning.
Ilawalashi, you always used to be so determined and self-confident. Why are you so hesitant when you come to Heavenly Ridge?
It isn't like other places here. Here you have to think things through before acting.
The longer you think about it, the more pain the people will suffer, in my opinion.
Supreme General, Ilawalashi will make the decision in this matter. Despite your great service, you are not yet king of Wu Jiao.
You little girl.
Although I don't play an important role, I know how to be responsible and loyal.
That's enough. I have arranged with the young summoner that no one should act precipitously before Spiritopolis sends an answer.
Let's take a look.
The Supreme General is so impulsive. It would be bad if something happened. Arong, go follow him.
They say that Goddess Nua crafted 5 colored stones to restore the tear in the heavens. Our village is named in memory of her.
Wait, I'm looking for Shaya. I'm looking for... It's not our intent to insult Heavenly Ridge. In the royal battle, Shia not only lost her many relatives, but her soul of harmony and soul of virtue also suffered damage. It only takes a little excitement for her to lose her mind. Towards the cemetery. Don't worry. As soon as I find her, I'll take her right back to camp. I won't bother Heavenly Ridge anymore.
Younger, stand back. An evildoer is on their way.
Brother, what should we do if the Heavenly Ridge finds out we have secretly inhaled malignant chi? I'm afraid that not even the Supreme General can protect us.
Well, we've started now, so let's just continue.
After all.
You already came here. Why didn't you want to see me? Who are your parents?
My father is Mingyun Chen, the Grand Summoner of Heavenly Ridge. You rescued me. He will thank you.
Mingyun Chen. Oh, time passes. Child. This child is grown.
No, I'm fine. Auntie, who are you?
My name is Shia, and I'm the Grand Sorceress of the Nocturnal
You just killed a member of your own tribe. Will you have problems when you return?
Even if I hadn't killed them, they would not have escaped death. They are all subordinates of my brother.
Don't worry. If the members of your tribe don't believe you, I'll testify.
My head hurts. Don't come close.
Oh, it's lucky my mother doesn't have a temper like that. There is a guardian stone sprite in the Tranquil Tower. Its power is considerable, but using it costs a lot of... Take my talisman to awaken the stone sprite and help him to eliminate the nocturnal spirits.
Mingyuanga, it's too late. We need to go.
All right. Mother, I'll visit you in a few days.
Do not underestimate the chaotic nocturnal spirits. If we return to Wutsai village and report the situation to the young summoner and Yilong, we'll be able to solve all the problems.
Quiet. Oh. Now it can be said that our clan's earliest. During the devastating battle, there was a rumor in the clan that the general had collaborated with the enemy, and later I personally tested the power of the demon sword, and the rumors You stop paying attention for a moment, and just like that, a disaster strikes within your own four walls. Ilo Elash, don't worry, young summoner. I'll have Shia summoned right away. I'm sure I hope so. Good. Very good. The mentor just sent me a letter. The general came from a noble family. Later, he married our clan's high priestess.
A good for nothing. Of course no one's dealing with him.
Who goes there? That's...
It seems you're familiar with his power. Someone
no matter how
asked me to give you this sword.
I won't accept gifts from enemies.
You will.
Feng Ming has already told me everything since Kun Wuzi entrusted this to me past.
The Hall of Silence is a place that lies on the way to the Yinhua Sword.
The Grand Warlock and I are here. You don't have to worry. Go to the source. Use your soul force.
Grand Summoner! Someone is attacking secretly!
The demon sword is in my hand. Hand over the Yinhua source, and I will spare you.
You can't defeat him. Fall back.
Grand Summoner, someone is attacking secretly.
The Earth Emperor's sacrifice formation was just interrupted unexpectedly. How do you feel now? Did you notice Xia's sword? That's just... Although Xia has now been forced back, her clan on the Mountain of Transience is still very active. All right. Go to Jing and let him take you to the Mountain of Transience.
These nocturnal spirits even turn into skeletons.
Going to the Mountain of Fine. But first I have to open the gate seal. You have to deal with the remaining nocturnal spirits while I recite the spell.
Is not more than a bastard child. God has chosen...
On the Mountain of Transience, there is a reaper called Jingmu, who is a stalwart subordinate.
Have you come from the Hall of Silence? Outstanding. Now, did you see Yao Gu just as you arrived?
The goddess Nuwa demands that we should be tolerant and benevolent. But that doesn't mean I'm willing to let those who dare to invade Heavenly Ridge get away with it.
After all, Ilawalashi is under the General's direct command. It would be safer for her to follow his orders. After all, Ilawalashi is under the General's direct command. It will be safer for her to follow his orders. After all, Ilawalashi is under the General's direct command. It will be safer for her to follow his orders.
Yilan has been conspiring with Ning Yuchan. She has betrayed the Wu Chao.
Apparently, the General Xia rebelled. He not only kidnapped you. Do you know her? Hey, what are you... There are so many of them. Have no fear. I've already informed... What? Xia seems to harbor a deep hatred for her and struck her multiple times.
Who's there? Catch him! The great general holds the mighty sword in his hand. Who's there? First we catch him! The Heavenly Ridge, and then Hajao! The great general holds the mighty sword in his hand. First we will conquer the Heavenly Ridge, and then Hajao! Who's there? Catch him! The great general holds the mighty sword in his hand. First we will conquer the Heavenly Ridge, and then Hajao! The great general...
You get out of the way first.
Oh!
that sword blow today. I'm okay. Only Arong, who survived the war back then.
Is that the demon sword that Wu Zhao destroyed? If it's...
Probably only the god of death knows that. Now Jia holds the demon sword in his hands and betrays his own people. He did a lot of good things in the past and celebrated many successes.
Wait. You nocturnal spirits fight amongst yourselves, but you've drawn us Heavenly Ridge people into it and put us...
I, Yilang, swear by blood, no matter where Jia flee. Elder Feng, what is your opinion?
Hopefully you will always remember the words you have spoken today.
What did you just call me? Nobody's called me that in a long time. You can keep on calling.
You can stop looking. I've heard that Yilang was the most beautiful woman in Wu Zhao and fell in love with Xia back in the day. The two of them only became estranged after Xia took another for his wife. Stop sighing. Take this audio bug and give it... And one more thing. If you meet any nocturnal spirits on the...
Cannot be cast.
I heard that the Great Summoner ascended during the ghost summoning ritual.
You only just set off and all. I won't punish them before the situation is cleared up.
Young summoner?
If that's true, my mentor believes that the aura of Chia's demon sword has something to do with the negative. Take some companions with you.
Back then, the Grand Summoner let the... A few days ago, I saw a... Yes, her name is Shaya. The nocturnal spirits... I saw with my own eyes how she injured a few of her own people. And she said she would kill anyone who prevented her from... The nocturnal spirits saw no other option but to ask Yilang for help.
I was telling the truth.
You're from the same clan. This female nocturnal...
I wasn't spying. I just told you. Iluwalashi has me monitoring the General's clansmen to prevent them of... Yes, we nocturnal spirits suffer from mutations if we don't watch out. But this doesn't just disrupt the yin and yang around you. It also has, however, lots of clan members aren't sticking to this ban because they can't bear the pain. Now, because of your actions, the spy is aware too. All of my efforts over the last few... What? What else can we do?
But...
You people have a saying. An unconstitutional prince is equal to a normal man before... Since there's no proof as yet, you can just...
First, wipe out these evil nocturnal spirits.
The Eternal Source is a gift from the God of Death to the Wu Chao clan. Why is it occupied by your Nuwa clan? The Eternal Source is a gift from the God of Death to the Wu Chao clan. Why is it occupied by your Nuwa clan?
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. I've already told the young summoner about the matter at the graveyard. She said...
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
Is this demon sword the reason why?
That day, I was... Oh, yeah. Yes.
The shards of the demon sword still contain a little soul force, and the owner can try
When they broke,
connecting them with the
resulting
mirror of
explosion
distant
caused
dreams.
the yin spring to shoot up out of the ground. The Yulan Pen Festival was being held that very same day.
What a coincidence.
It was all divine will. It was a trial for our people, but also an opportunity to reunite the sacred objects.
Is this demon sword the reason why you transform?
Not the only one. When the people of Hechao invaded the royal court, their demon swords were already and on the verge of cracking. When they broke, the resulting explosion caused the yin spring to shoot up out of the ground. The Yulan Pen Festival was being held that very same day.
What a coincidence.
It was all divine will. It was a trial for our people, but also an opportunity to reunite the sacred objects.
The people from Hechao are attacking the southern regions and killing everyone. The traitor Xia is trying to incite his clansmen to seize the Yinhua source. His little sister Shaya They were too quick. I didn't see exactly. Ask... You fight bravely. I came here at... We Wu Jiao believe in the god of death. To us, dying means returning. You might not, although some people do survive the mutation. They lose their memories, and they... Yes. I can still remember the time when she was a marvel. But those times are long since past. These days, everyone in Wu Jiao always carries the... Look, this here is the farewell letter. We honor the god of death, and believe that the last will of the dead must be respected. If she is Ila Walashi's bodyguard, and...
Have you come to bring me the news? Don't worry. Brother Young and I promised each other we... Brother Young, you really are an idiot. Even if we see one another again on the other side, and... Since Brother Young left a last testament behind, how could I not follow it? Now I will take Brother Young's... Ask Ilawalashi to... In that case, I will dress myself beautifully and go joyfully to the bridge of Nirvana to meet... I am the handmaid of Ilawalashi. If she...
But you're Ila Walashi's guest of honor. And the... Oh, she... Precisely. But mother and son... Manjilawati has never explained. I heard that this lover is a particularly complex person. Oh, they belong to Manjilawati. She wanted to make them into a gift for her son. They got strewn about the camp during Shia's rampage. I've been... Thank you.
The general, no, the traitor Shia saw that Ila Varashi had returned with... Yes. Ilang? Well then, be off with you. Go quickly to the Lingxi mountain path and help Ila Varashi. And you don't have to show any...
The great general holds the mighty sword in his hand. But Yilang is nothing more than a bastard child. God has chosen the general as the new king of Wu Jiao.
Shia really is holding a demon sword.
Shaya! Shaya!
Move aside! I will heal her!
Shia, you're pursuing only your own goals, and in doing so, you harm even your own sister.
Want to hurt her? You dragged her in. Oh, if I had known sooner, I would not have been so merciful on the Mountain of Transience.
Lives. It's pointless to talk about it. Jia, I'm asking for the last time. Did you really help in bringing the Wu Zhao down? Neither of us still...
is guilty. What difference does the truth make? You've already
Then where does that demon sword come from? If you claim you didn't take part...
If I'd known sooner that I would have to treat someone... Well, too good to die, too bad to live.
What a divine sword. And you can't do anything other than slice people open?
Ask
What a
for
waste.
expert help!
Are you the master of the demon sword?
Try it.
Stop!
What are you waiting for? Take Shia away.
Don't try to run away!
You must restore it immediately.
Let's deal with those guys. Fight against the demon sword and the devastators.
Demon sword. Draw the demon sword quickly. Master, let's quickly swap our consciousnesses so that the demon sword can't take control.
Drop the sword. A divine light appears in the sky. The air grows still.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
Master, come to me. See, these violet and black points of light in your body are the negative chi that remain. You can only truly free yourself of the nightmare and return to this world by removing all of them. Master, come to me. Master, I finally found you. To go back, do you still remember the heaven, Master? Luckily, the Grand Summoner showed up just in time and defeated him together with Yilang. Unfortunately, the devious Xia fled into the Nine Dragon formation. Master, I must say I really struggle. Master, you have no idea how difficult it is to retrieve a soul. It's nigh on impossible. It can only be done with an envoy of the Turk. They are the emissaries of Yulian Jun, the magistrate of the underworld. You have been contaminated by the Demon Sword's negative chi. Your life is in danger. Fortunately, the Grand Summoner healed you with Nua's blessing at a critical moment. I was finally able to find you thanks to the Nocturnal Spirit's unique soul burial melody.
A living soul? Why did you come here? Forget it. I don't care about the reason. Do you want to go back? It doesn't matter whether you're coming or going. There's only one way through the Yin Springs. If you promise to do something for me, I'll take you to... Don't worry. It's neither bad nor immoral. If Wick of the Turquoise Lantern hadn't ordered me to work on the ferry here for 20 years, I wouldn't need your help. You have to decide whether to agree or not. First, pick a couple of spider lilies, and then take some soul cores from the evil spirits nearby. will make an underworld lantern for you. It can briefly swap life and death and make yin and yang disappear. It doesn't matter. You can't... Let's go. The soul abandoned the body long ago. The time is not yet ripe. Over there is the Yin Spring. That place may look calm, but in fact, I may not leave the ferry dock without permission. You can keep the underworld lantern as a memento. Since you are a living soul, you are not allowed to travel on the grasshopper. That lantern, better keep... With the lantern and the fire in your heart, even 100 ghosts...
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
Nuwa be praised. You survived this time. By the way, While I was treating you, I noticed that your body is very special. Not only can you... Have you forgotten that you just... Don't thank me. Your life...
Why have you come to me without saying any? When someone seriously injures you again. This Song of Mourning has been widely known throughout Wujiao for years. It's very calming. It's not that simple. Only fragments of this song, even if it were just... According to the legend, the 9 sources are a sacred artifact. The 9 sources are actually 9 sources with extremely malignant chi, which are able to cleanse evil and alleviate. Unfortunately, after so many years, their whereabouts... It is in the court of the king. That is how it looked.
The Grand Warlock, Ilawalashi. It may be about you.
Didn't die.
Alien, have you come because of the demons?
Take a look yourself. Everyone there has been wounded by the demon.
The entire body is covered in sores. Black and purple bruises. Yes, this is the sword.
Don't cry.
The Grand Warlock is right. The demon sword... Oh. I heard that the Valley of 100 Grasses and Taihua Mountain had been attacked by... Was there really only one person?
We mustn't waste any...
Alien, you are the protector of the Yin Springs, so you share the good news.
Good news?
Elder Qing Zhuanyie has already agreed to report...
Outstanding. No matter whether we're...
Wait a moment. You can thank...
Sujia, that...
When a mortal Yaochi banned eating as punishment?
Master?
You two, be quiet. Watch yourselves, or I'll make you clean the House of Swords.
I feel amazing. Like I've just awoken from a deep sleep.
Don't make a big thing of it. Have you really never heard the... If the ancient sword spirit is damaged, you can use a special technique to preserve the Bladeheart's soul force. If you keep supplying it with the energy of a person who has the same attitude, it can change shape again. The pet isn't like your average swordmaster. It shares its master's life and adopts their attitude and way of thinking. The core of the sword isn't stable yet, and you haven't achieved the magic horn of understanding level, so the outward appearance can only assume this form.
But I think it's cute.
No great difference.
If you take good care of him, he might assume the shape of your... But don't force the issue. The pet's secret cultivate... The pet is affected by the Bladeheart's damage. If you aren't careful... Well, I have a copy of the essence of the... Great. Go now, then. I heard... I still have to forge a sword. Until next time.
Object does not exist.